And I mean, last week we were talking about social media and digital marketing. So, I mean, Salil, just explain for us. I mean, LinkedIn is one of a number of sort of social media platforms, but specifically aimed towards the professional environment. And, we've probably got a lot of people on the call today who are, perhaps at varsity or a little bit earlier on in their career, and perhaps they have heard of LinkedIn, perhaps they haven't. But just explain to us, I mean, you spoke just now about creating a profile and networking and interacting on LinkedIn, and people might be more familiar with doing that in a social, personal context like Facebook and Instagram. But just explain for us exactly what LinkedIn is with reference to what they might already be familiar with, such as Facebook, and then how that creates a marketplace for organizations, for individuals, professionals, job seekers, and then recruiters and people looking to get talent into their organization. Just tee that up for us in terms of social media marketing and the platforms that have become very popular in the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. So if you think about traditional social media, I like to think of the example of 9 p.m., before 9 p.m. and after 9 p.m., right? So if you work at 9 to 5, social media is something we do after 5, where we talk about, what pub we're going to, or what friends we're hanging out with, or what party we're going to, or anything that's more to do with the aspect of our life away from work. But LinkedIn is what you do in the work. So let's say you get a new project and you led a new project, you will talk about that on LinkedIn because you have the relevant audience of your colleagues, of your management, of other people that you're connected with who will be interested in that work project. So that's the main distinction: is that you're talking about your work, you're talking about your projects, your achievements, your academic success, and all of that. Whereas in social media, you're talking more about what you do over the weekend, or what you're going to do, where you're going to party, or what's your social life like. So there's a very stark distinction, and even though the lines are being blurred, so as entrepreneurs, a lot of entrepreneurs post about their personal life as well, on how they're using their entrepreneur life on LinkedIn, and then they post about their personal life. But in general, that's not as effective and little frowned upon. What is more effective is how we talk about our work life, our achievements, our academic achievements, our interest, our business interest, our job interest, our subject matter expertise is what we get to showcase, which will not be relevant to a Facebook audience. So let's say you're a data analyst, right? A data analyst posting about the new code will not be a relevant audience on Facebook, whereas you get connected with other analysts on LinkedIn, and you'll have a rich feed of content of new trends in the industry, in the marketplace, and then you'll also get a lot of feedback, comment, engagement from those people because it's something that you're interested in. One of the instructors that we recently spoke to, he's an expert in cybersecurity. So he does this thing where he does one cybersecurity question a day. So he has this rich engagement that is going on because he's connected with everyone who's interested in cybersecurity trends, and all that subject. Whereas if he posts the same question on Facebook or on Instagram, for example, the audience is not as relevant or as interested in the topics that he is, or specifically the professional topic. So that's a major distinction, that when you want to talk about your work, you want to talk about your work achievements, LinkedIn is the place. When you talk about your personal achievement or personal life or life beyond work, then Facebook, Instagram that you're used to. So I think that's the primary distinction.
Great. Thank you for making that distinction there for us, Salil. I appreciate that.